Today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Titans and the Vikings coming up next.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Cook a first down and more. There he goes left side. Touchdown Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 62 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And the next-gen stats are going to show us the total distance he covered there, better than 70 yards. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. And Bullock will put this one through. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Always costly to cough. And now before the ball changes hands, I'm going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn. Yeah, boy.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Flush to his right. This one brought in by Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 42 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
You're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 35 on second down, Cousins. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. On third down, Cook. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
79 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll look to throw here. This complete to the former Longhorn, Marcus Johnson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A toss right to Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Got it complete to Rodgers. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2nd and 3. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And it's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Johnson An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is down to 4. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time.
And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Vikings. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. Joseph now to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He finds his man Johnson. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodgers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. He's going to let it go again. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Cousins on first down. Buying time to his left. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Cousins. Flushed out right. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them? I don't even know why
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. So we reach half. Hey, Charles, give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Westbrook Akine. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly the first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. Here's Brent Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball.
Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, 50 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half. This done is confidence as well, and confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. DJ Waddle, give him the credit for the sack. Of 14 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. Here's Brent Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. From just shy of midfield, Cousins forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On second down, here's Henry. Trucks over him. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. He'll drop to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. Open man, Westbrook-Akine. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Mike Zimmer staring down our referee. He's upset. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get...
So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. Spot of the football going to remain right where it is. But Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Play action now. Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hawkinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Tell you what, Barter, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Bullock's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rushing for him now to this point. They run again on first down. Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. On first down, it's Cook. Pretty move. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another